it's Adam and Ross from Cultaholic.com. How are you, Ross, since 2 hours ago?
I am delightful since 2 hours ago. Adam, how are you since 2 hours ago?
I am also delightful since 2 hours ago. Let's take a look at the headlines. First off, WWE talent are not happy following Super ShowDown. The reason has been revealed for R-Truth not appearing on the Super ShowDown card itself, and the Young Bucks' last indie match has been announced. We kick things off with the news that lots and lots and lots of WWE talent are unhappy following Super ShowDown in Saudi Arabia. This comes via the Wrestling Observer Radio, and Meltzer says that most guys don't want to rock the boat. Some guys wanted to go, but I heard most didn't think they should go. It was an awfully long trip. One person told me if it were up to him, he would never go back again, but it's not up to him, so it doesn't matter. Others were like, it sucked.
I mean, it's refreshing to hear, isn't it, really, once again, that people inside do not like what's happening, what we're seeing. So what they can do about it, as John Moxley has said in the past, 2 hours ago we covered it, they can't really do anything, so he's fighting the good fight for them. But it's still refreshing to hear that people don't like what's going on.
Absolutely.
So if they were just sucking it up and just taking it and going, oh, it's fine, I'm having my paycheck, that's a bit soulless and, don't
Of course. I hope this never dies down. I hope the controversy continues to every time that they run a show, I want to hear people talking about it and critiquing it, because I don't want it to just feel like part of the regular wrestling calendar. It doesn't at the moment. Every time they come around, I think we all feel just like, okay, this is something that we feel like we've
Would you
got to
watch
cover.
them if you didn't work in wrestling?
No.
I work in wrestling. We don't work in wrestling if you didn't cover wrestling.
I feel like it's our job to watch this stuff. It's our job to cover what's happening in the WWE, because some of the stuff that we see is canon. It has to be referenced in future videos. And I feel like, we need to know what's going on in the WWE, but I'm certainly, I think I speak on behalf of all of us when I say we're uncomfortable with the whole thing. And so to hear the wrestlers and the staff, I mean, you can imagine the travel out there, to go out and do a 50-man battle royal.
EC3 was the one, because it was 20, I think it was between 18 and 20 seconds he was in that battle royal for before he was just unceremoniously dumped out and the camera missed it. So he's flown all the way.
Was he the first out?
He was the first out. Before this, the Singh brothers were up high and they got dumped down. EC3 was like, Matt Hardy had him on the top rope and the camera cut. Next thing you knew, EC3 was on the floor.
Fantastic.
Camera cut, missed it. But it's going to be interesting, because I can't stop thinking about AEW. Because if they get off to a rip-roaring start in about a year's time down the line, if they're still doing well and people in WWE are still unhappy, higher up people like Seth, say if Seth Rollins was unhappy and then just AEW's there doing well and he goes, Vince, I'm not happy with what's going on, I want to leave. What's going to happen? That's what I'm more interested in. I can't wait for this time next year.
No, it's a fascinating time to be a wrestling fan. The business has never been like this before. It's different than WCW. Because WWE, back then they were creatively, they had to flourish. They had to invest everything. You've got The Rock, you've got Austin. Now we don't have that.
That old adage, isn't it? WCW was a television company putting on wrestling, but WWE was a wrestling company doing wrestling. Now AEW's got Tony Khan, a big wrestling fan with wrestling people surrounding him. It's going to be fascinating. But it's good to hear they're unhappy.
Well, it sounds like an awful thing to say. It's not good to hear they're unhappy. But,
in the sense that they're not just taking what's given to them, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Sticking with Saudi Arabia now, and the reason has been revealed for R-Truth not appearing on the Super ShowDown card itself. He wasn't in the Battle Royal, and the reason is a fairly simple one, and is actually probably the right call in this case.
You would think so, but then you think about what happened in the match, and maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, he's been consistently one of the most enjoyable parts of SmackDown.
He's the money draw currently in WWE.
Did you say it's like 8 million views?
On one video.
That is absolutely nuts. And he's so funny. Such a good physical comedian. Anyway, sorry, the reason is he didn't wrestle in the Battle Royal because, to their credit, they realised having him in the Battle Royal would make absolutely no sense because everyone would have to pin him.
And then it was all about the focus being on the Battle Royal itself and making that feel more important and people getting people looking good in the Battle Royal. But other than Mansoor, who looked good in the Battle Royal? So would that Battle Royal have been any worse off if the 24/7 title was in it? That was my question.
Ali and who eliminated Joe? It was Ali and Ricochet. They looked all right. But it didn't help anyone. I'm clutching at straws here. Very, very much so.
But I thought, obviously it would have just taken away from the Battle Royal itself, but it would have added so much more to have people just going, if people got eliminated, like EC3 gets eliminated, chases R-Truth around the ring, it would have been fun to watch. But no, didn't.
Why couldn't he have gone under the bottom rope? They could have done some comedy, because for the first 8 minutes of that match, it was just a mess.
You couldn't
just a battle royal.
You couldn't keep up what was happening.
No, not at all. It was just because when you got 50 men in there, all they can
51.
do is punch. Sorry, 51 men in there.
51 men in there.
51 men in there.
How TNA of them.
Yeah, right. So they'll have to do 52 next year to beat it.
The biggest battle royal ever.
I can't wait. They're running out.
The Titus O'Neil spot was the bit I was thinking, like, oh, Truth must be under the ring. That's why he's down there. But no, he was just under there for the crack.
No.
I thought it just took away from what could have been an even funner battle royal than it was.
Yeah, which wasn't that fun.
Yeah.
But it could have happened anywhere else on the card as well.
Yeah.
They didn't need, all they need between a match is to have R-Truth run out, do something funny. And
Undertaker
really
Goldberg could have been made fun by R-Truth.
That would have saved it. R-Truth could have saved Taker Goldberg. There's a sentence for you. Next up, the last Young Bucks appearance has been announced. It's very likely, I think, that they'll be wrestling on this card. I don't think you're going to bring the Bucks not to wrestle.
Cut a promo.
So Matt Jackson has taken to Twitter and said, quite possibly our final wrestling appearance at an indie wrestling show ever.
For at least 5 years.
For at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And that is at House of Glory. The show is High Intensity 8 in the New York City Arena on August the 9th, which is post some of AEW shows. You've obviously got Fyter Fest coming up. You've got Fight for the Fallen coming up on July 13th as well. It happens before All Out, which is August 31st.
And before the TV, which starts in October.
Yes.
But it's an interesting point because I was wondering, with the potential relationships AEW are starting, who will be able to appear on what show when? Because I think I read when Jimmy Havoc signed his contract, he has a contract which allows him to appear on certain indies, but obviously the EVPs are just stopping with the indies.
That makes sense, but you've got to believe that they would be drawing a salary for their backstage activities as well, just their other responsibilities.
But it's going to be interesting to see who can do what where.
Yeah, absolutely. I assume that we wouldn't see Havoc, for example. You're not going to see him pop up in Progress, which is where he sort of made his name because that is a WWE now affiliated promotion. But I don't know. It will be really interesting to see. And you can see maybe some of the promotions that AEW are starting to develop relationships with is where you'll see them. It'll be like WWE where they can go and do somewhere. Yeah. WWE guys can easily do ICW, Progress, WXW, and companies without on-demand services. I think it'll maybe a similar thing. We'll see.
We'll have to see what happens.
And finally, great news! Triple H has rebuilt his throne because he is appearing at WWE Japan.
I want to throw something out to you, Adam, just now. What if that trailer was filmed before Double or Nothing?
So the throne might be
What if
trapped.
Cody Rhodes went into the warehouse, picked up the
Picked up like that, I love that.
Polystyrene foam. It's not made out of real stone. The polystyrene foam, ran away with it. What am I,
Interesting question.
God.
So Triple H is the latest superstar announced for WWE's upcoming Japan show in Tokyo on June the 28th and 29th. We aren't sure if this has been announced for the network yet.
Oh, God.
They did Beast in the East, didn't they?
Yeah, they haven't done one since in Japan, have they?
That was Brock Kofi, wasn't it?
It was,
How weird is that? That would
know.
make sense now.
They squashed
Maybe we'll
him,
get
though.
it still.
Yeah.
They did. Of course they squashed him.
Oh.
Also announced for the card, AJ Styles, who is injured, so I guess that's up.
This is such a weird match, though. This is all one match, Adam.
Oh, God! Okay, right. So the match is... Jesus Christ. Triple H, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. So the club...
So
the club and Triple H.
They are banking on fans in Japan not watching WWE's current TV product at all, because if they did, they wouldn't have a clue who Gallows and Anderson are. They are banking on New Japan Pro Wrestling and the Bullet Club from 5 years ago for this match, I think.
Why is Triple H in there?
Because to sweep me, bro.
Yeah, okay. They are taking on the exciting heel team of Drew McIntyre, who is actually great, Baron Corbin, Mr. Barrel of Fun, Bobby Lashley, Mr. Barrel, and Samoa Joe, who is great. I'm not going to be nasty.
But what a, I don't know what to make of that.
The throne thing. It must have been
match?
recorded previously. Oh, the match!
Is that the most important thing here?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a weird one. I mean, it's an easy day for Triple H, isn't it? There.
So now he's been part of DX, Evolution, The Shield, and now he's in the club.
Jesus.
All the big
what
hits
a resume.
from Triple H, yeah.
What a resume. Yeah, you can see that promo on WWE's YouTube channel. It's just Triple H being
Give him a
Triple H.
play-by-play. There's about 25 different
Go on,
shots
go
of
ahead.
Triple H looking badass and confident and sassy. and a bit seductive really in front of this throne, which looks exactly like the one Cody Rhodes destroyed at AEW Double or Nothing. Again, we have to ask the question, was this filmed before Double or Nothing, or have they just built a new one? The possibilities are endless here.
Let us know what you think in the comments. See you soon! Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.